thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yond pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and shaken day stands tiptoe on the misty mountaintops. I must be gone, and live, or stay and die.
Yond light is not daylight, I know it. Aye, it is some meteor that the sun exhales to be this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay yet. Thou needst not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so then we'll have it so. I'll say you, grey is not morning's eye, but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. Nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I've more care to stay than will to go. Come death and welcome. Juliet wills it so. Now is my soul. Let's talk. It's not day.
It is. Hie hence, be gone, away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Some say the lark and loathed toad changed eyes. Oh, how they would had changed voices too, since arm from arm that voice doth us affray, haunting thee hence with hunts up to the day. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark, our woes.
Madam!
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count, I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes so will serve for sweet discourses in our times to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see now... Though thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrows drinks our bloods. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, fortune, fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Ho, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? It is my lady mother. Is she not down so late, or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Of her more weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with thy tears? As if thou couldst not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not for the friend you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Aye, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send one in Mantua, where that some banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed drawn, that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then, I hope, thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear poison, I would temper it. That Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him, to wreck the love I bore my cousin upon the body that hath slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, has sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expects not, nor I not looked for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday, mourn the gallant, young and noble gentleman. The county Paris at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste, that I must wed ere he that should be my husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
Ink.
When the sun sets, the earth doth drizzle dew. But for sunset of my brother's son, it rains down right. How now, a conduit girl? What, still in tears, ever more showering? In one little body thou then counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind, for still they eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in the salt flood, the winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest. Tossed body, how now, wife? How have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will have none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How? Chopped logic. What is this? Proud? I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress, minion you, thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints, gainest Thursday next go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion, out, you baggage, out, you foul face.
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but speak not a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch, wife. We scarce thought us blessed that God had not lent us but this only child. But now I see her, this one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding.
God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to rate you so.
And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue. Good prudence, smatter with your gossips, go!
I speak no treason.
Oh God, good Eden.
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity over a gossip's bow, and for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it
Oh,
makes me
okay.
mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company. Still, my care hath not been to her match, and having now provided a gentleman of noble patronage, fortimus, youthful, and nobly lined, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportion, as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammoth, and her fortune tender to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you, pardon me. I'll pardon you, graze where you will, you shall not house with me, look to it, think not, I do not use the to jest, Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise, you be mine, I give you to my friend. You be not hang, beg, starve, die in thy streets, for by my soul I never acknowledge thy, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, my sweet, my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in the dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. You were supposed to exit after your line.
Oh God, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth, unless that husband send it me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares ne'er come back. Or, if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands, as now it's off, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish cloud to him. So quick, an eagle, madam, have not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris have, beshrew my very heart. I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good as he were living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from the heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well then, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having my father to Lawrence cell to make confession and to be absolved.
Oh, Mary, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, almost wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me this forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. If all to the friar to know his remedy, if all else fail, myself hath power to die.